Hello everybody, my name is Sam and this is Oxcentric. It is the final day of what has been an incredibly busy term. I have no more deadlines, the weather is beautiful. I thought, why not end by giving you folks a quick tour of where I'm living this year. So once again this year I'm living in college-owned accommodation, and I'm very lucky to go to a college which guarantees accommodation for all 4 years of my course. Last year I had an absolutely fantastic room in Radcliffe Quad on UNIV's main site in the city centre. However, this year I'm primarily living at one of the other student annexes, which are a bit more out of town. That said, I say primarily because as my college's JCR or Junior Common Room president, I do get a few extra perks when it comes to accommodation, so stick around to hear a bit more about those. Up there you can see Holly, who is one of my housemates, and she has a leg. She's a medic, so I trust this was sourced from an ethical place. That's a reassuring response if I've ever heard one. So one of my favourite things about this annex is the gardens. They're really quite big, the grounds team look after them from my college, and they're going to be fantastic to use in the summer. Here's the exterior of the modern section. Just about see my room as well. So, let's head inside. So this is the common room. It's used by about the 16 people who live on this site, and it's kind of our primary social space aside from the kitchen. We also have a little kitchenette just off the common room, and the common room even has a piano, which is pretty good for the pianists that we do have here. So one of my household's favourite things to do in the common room is Mario Kart. I'd say I'm alright at it, but some of the people in my household practice basically every night, and I always get absolutely stomped. Welcome to the engineer corridor. As you may have guessed from the name, the engineer corridor is where all the engineers in this annex live. So that includes me and 2 of the other second year engineers. We have Engineer 1, we have Engineer 2, and we have Engineer 3 is equal to pi is equal to e. As it should be. I am in fact Engineer 2, so let's go inside. So this is the bedroom part of my room. We have a sink, a mirror, and then a few extra toiletries which I keep in the cupboard under the sink. So this side looks out over the car park, which is probably not the best view in this accommodation, however, it means I do get some more privacy. In these cupboards I've got all my clothes. Yes, I do in fact leave the house in this sometimes. So that's pretty much my bedroom. Let's continue the tour on the other side of the corridor. What's this? A second number 13 door. Let's go inside. Welcome to my study. So last year I had a separate bedroom and study, and I found it worked really well in terms of separating what time is for sleep and what time is for work. So when I knew I'd be balloting for this particular annex, I knew that again I was going to try for a separate bedroom and study room. This is my main desk setup. When I'm not working in a college library, this is where I am. Often I will do all my virtual tutorials from here. As part of my outreach work, I've done a couple of live events which I've presented over Zoom, and this is where I'm based for all of those as well. So on my pinboard I've got a picture of my lovely cat Huey, my JCR presidential manifesto, and the piece of paper I used to count my subscribers when I very first started off this YouTube channel. So a real piece of Oxcentric history there. If you recognise where this is from, I'm very proud of your knowledge of memes. And then we have the view out over the garden, which is frankly quite a bit nicer a view than from my bedroom. I also have an extra chair, although that's mostly just used when me and one of the other engineers need to talk about problem sheets. So more or less that covers the study. Very much where the magic happens when it comes to both work and some of the extracurricular things that I do. Welcome to the kitchen. I like to think that I can cook, however I conveniently forget the fact that Oxford terms are extremely busy, particularly when you have several quite big extracurricular commitments, and therefore I tend to end up making the same recipes again and again, and my housemates have started calling me out on it, and I've been bullied over my sage butter pasta, which is deeply upsetting. So the old part of the house is kind of a similar vibe. The 4th years who live in this annex use the kitchen there, and my room is again in the modern section, so I just don't have much reason to ever go in. We also have a bike shed, plenty of storage for any bikes. We even have a cute little greenhouse and a herb garden, which is really nice. The second part of our tour requires a quick cycle, 10 minutes into town, back to Uni's main site. I'll see you there. So we're back at Uni's main site. Let's take a look at my second room, which is a room I get for free because I am JCR president. So the main reason I get this room is just for my own logistical convenience. As JCR president, I have a lot of things that mean I have to be in college on main site. For example, committee meetings. During Freshers Week, I was running a lot of events, some of which went on till quite late. And also I can use my room as kind of a generalized JCR committee storage space. Another reason I get the room is because it doesn't have a desk, and therefore it makes it not particularly ideal for any fresher who could get the room theoretically, whereas I can study elsewhere, I can go in the libraries, and I have a proper full-time residence elsewhere. So because I get the room due to being JCR president, and it's not the biggest room on site, I have dubbed it the Prez Cupboard. So as soon as you step in, you have a slightly weird set of stairs. So welcome to the Prez Cupboard. So we have the usual basics like a mirror, a sink, little cupboard underneath as well for storage space. Not really the best views, but you can see the college hall and some of the marquees, plus a lot more privacy than you get in most student rooms. In the cupboard, I also mostly keep my suits. Another one of my favourite items, my Univ college tie. So the Prez Cupboard may not be exactly the biggest room in college, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in utility. If I had a mini fridge, I'd probably spend the majority of my time here just because it is so convenient to be living in the city centre, and that is something that I do kind of miss in second year. So quite often I might have a JCR meeting that goes on until 10, 11 PM, and having the Prez Cupboard that I can just go back to makes things so much easier. So that concludes my room tours. I hope you found an interesting little insight into where I've been living for the last term. Even if I'm now very close to leaving Oxford, I'm really excited to get back here. I'm gonna miss my friends quite a lot over the vacation, but equally, I do very much need a bit of a rest. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content.